Hello, everyone. I was waiting, see if more people join. Seems that's gonna be cozy again today. Hello Mara, hello Harley, love your faces. Iman, how are you? Happy Eid, belated. Lina, Jasmine, how are you doing? Are you there? Can we see your beautiful faces? Just let's leave it. You get extra points if you tell me the name of this song. You've only been hearing it for 10 weeks. No, it's not the one from Rocky. People keep on asking.
Final countdown, isn't it?
It is. Thank you, Harley. Great. Okay, so I am not the only one who thinks that rock from the 80s is the best kind of music. And even if you don't think so, it's just that you know the song, Let Me Be Happy in My Happy World. Okay, so hello, everyone. How are you feeling? Let me know. Oh, hello, Jasmine. Love your hair today. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, let me know that you are here either by switching on your cameras, thank you guys, or reacting somehow like, hi, so happy to be here, or I don't know, no, I don't want to show you my face today, any kind of thing. How's everyone feeling? Let's go. It seems that's going to be cozy today again. So let's go for a quick round of how are you? First question. Not even a chatterful. Just unmute yourself and say, how are you?
I'm just doing okay.
Thank you, Yasmin.
Yeah, for me as well, a mix of good and bad stuff happening.
Not the best historical moment right now, right? So I feel we are all suffering from a mental fog.
Yeah, I've just got. We're doing exam week in school this week, so and the last few weeks, so yeah.
Yeah, we've got exams as well. I'm quite tired actually from exams. We've got so much going on right now.
Let me congratulate you guys for, manage with everything, even if you think you are not doing well. You're doing so many things. Please give yourselves enough credit, okay? Lina, how are you feeling?
Driving as well.
Say that again, Iman. I could not hear you.
I started to learn how to drive yesterday. So that was my first lesson yesterday. I think that's just added on to like the extra pressure as well.
I don't know if it is only me, but I did not understand what happened yesterday.
Oh, I started driving yesterday. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me.
I still don't understand. I'm so sorry. Can you type that? I think it's my internet.
Is it better now?
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, I had some earphones in, sorry. Okay, so yesterday basically I started my driving lessons. So I'm learning how to drive now.
Nice. Just make sure that you don't go through the same experience as Evan. He had a car accident right after he got his lessons. So make sure that you are safe. Maybe this was not the best thing to say right after your very excited lesson. That
Yeah.
Okay, my apologies. Bad timing. That is fantastic. I'm very excited. an amazing feeling when you get to drive on your own for the first time.
Yeah.
As the adult in the room, I guess that is my role, even when I don't feel like one, whatever that means. I have to take care of your physical integrity. So I need to add the not needed, because you already have that in the back of your mind, sentence of, but yes, please be careful.
Thank you.
And now that I accidentally killed the mood, okay. So let's go for the first activity of today. I am going to ask you to go to Discord to answer a few questions. So if you can open that for me, please. Right, and I am about to post the first question, which is this one. When was the last time you downloaded an app and never opened it again? I'm very curious about why some of you have a lot of apps that haven't even opened yet, or that why do you do that all the time, downloading something and then never use it again? So the second question is, but what was it and why? So what kind of apps would you download and then never open again? Let me check, yes. Experiential learning. Hey, Eunice, welcome.
Thank you.
So happy to see you
Oh,
here.
yes,
We are doing an activity on Discord.
okay.
The question is, when was the last time you downloaded an app and never opened it again, and why was it? Super interesting, Harley. It will be interesting to analyze what made you bored. A lot of interesting answers, like out of curiosity. So what made you curious in the first moment, and why did you end up not opening it? Welcome, Ella. So happy to have you here. If you're wondering what are we doing, go to Discord. We are answering what was the last app you downloaded, never opened it again. Why was that? Realizing you didn't need the app. Eunice, that is gold. That is gold, because we keep on repeating that you need to know your customer, you need to know what they need. That is exactly what we meant. If someone downloads your app or starts using your project and says that that's not what they need, they won't return. So thank you for your answer. Or getting another app that does the job better. Mara, I'm curious about the parents' approval. Is that something on your phone, or why does that happen?
I have like an app on my phone that my parents can control everything that I download and stuff. So downloading stuff that I don't use usually doesn't happen, because I have to go through a long discussion each time I want to download something, if it's really necessary to have or not.
Understanding. That usually means that your parents care about you, even if it feels like a pain in the neck. Right, next question. So how do you know what to do when you first start using a product? Any kind of product. Super interesting answer, Ella. I would love to know what exactly was confusing.
Wait, should I answer here or on Discord?
I guess I'm just like providing feedback to the later discussion, but answer wherever you want.
Okay, so I think the problem with the app was that you had to give quite a lot of detail about yourself. So for example, what you're interested in, so that they would pick other people for you who have different or who have similar interests, so that you can chat about I don't know, a common thing. But the structure of the chats was really weird, and I don't know, I didn't enjoy it. And it was too much of a mix between Instagram and WhatsApp. It was confusing on what the actual function is. I think that was the major problem.
All of you guys are giving gold nuggets to everyone else, because you don't want that to happen to your customers. You want it to be super clear. And the functionality you mentioned, like it's like a mixture of WhatsApp and Instagram. What is this? I would love to know the name of that app, by the way. Was it WeChat, by the way?
I don't know, to be honest. I deleted it in about like 5 minutes after downloading it. So I have
all right, so a perfect example of how not to develop your interface. Most of you are saying that you look at instructions, depends on how complicated it is. Watch tutorials. Iman, where would you watch tutorials? YouTube. Did you guys know that experts say that YouTube is the Google of the future? Apparently, younger generations are using YouTube for answering their questions a lot more than Google. Great stuff, great stuff. Am I the only one who just starts pressing every button and see what happens? Like, please tell me I'm not the only one. Like,
I do that too. I'm very bad with stuff, and then I do stuff accidentally very wrong.
Thank you, Mara. I mean, I will only look at instructions if I am building a Swedish part of furniture or something, to make sure that I am not recreating some sort of abstract art instead of building furniture, but otherwise. Great stuff, everyone. So next question, copy pasting it. What makes you want to keep working on something? Hmm. If it's addicting, if it's rewarding, if you can level up, you guys are killing it. I'm not gonna need to explain anything after this activity. Which app is that, Iman? The one that grows trees?
Forest.
Forest. I don't know that one.
Oh, no, it's not.
I have one called Picture This, in where you can take pictures of the plant and it will tell you which plant it is and how to take care of it. I love it. So, but I guess you must love plants in order to need that app. Flora, I'll check it out. I love, Ella, that you said that you're able to see what you have done. That feels rewarding. That's very important too. And that is why feedback is super important. So you can know how to make it better and you can check how you're doing. I agree with Uni, sometimes ads are a bit of a pain, but it's good that you can try the free version before. All right, so next question. What makes you care about other people?
Wait, I think the question, is it about like a friend, or is it personal level, or is it
Any level. I like that Iman is consistently mentioning being able to relate to the app, to the experience, to the person. That helps you have sympathy, correct? Learning from others, being inspired by others, understanding, empathy. Jasmine, that is a beautiful description of empathy. Very cool. A lot of you are mentioning their perspective, their point of view. How would you get to know their perspective or point of view? How would you know if you can relate to them? Strategic questions. Like it sounds like a video game. Love that. And how would you create like an environment where it feels safe and comfortable to connect, to talk, to share? Gestures, words, things in common. being warm, comforting. You guys are awesome. You make my work so much more enjoyable. Okay, finish what you're typing. I am about to paste another question. Nice. Nice. Space for complaints. Which is linked to the next question. What makes you want to open up to people? Some of you already answered, but what is that safe space? Mhm. I love Iman's answer. If you have love for them, I mean, wow, this could be a several hours long conversation. I hope that none of you believe that what happens in Disney movies is what real love is like. That's not it. Mhm. There's a balance, so it's not one-sided. Relating, things in common, having fun, feel safe. Yes, they are. Disney movies are a fantasy, and most romantic comedies are also fantasies too. Sorry to tell you. That does not happen in real life, and if it does, it's usually toxic. So we can have this conversation in another moment. Okay, the next question. Tell us about one product or service that has you continue to come back and you want to know why. You want to understand what is so addictive about it. Netflix, I know, right? Did you know that Netflix had done a lot more against piracy than the law? Like, I mean, I see a couple of confused faces. What I mean is a lot of countries develop new laws anti-piracy, like do not download movies, etc., etc., and people kept on downloading movies. But then Netflix came, and because of that, people stopped downloading illegal movies. Instagram, TikTok, Instagram, like, okay, what do you guys love so much about Instagram that it makes you keep on coming back? Nothing, like Mara. We need an explanation.
It's kind of turned to a reflex, and I am trying to turn it off now. I have like strict times I'm only allowed to go on after 5 p.m. But it's like such a thing. Always when you're on your phone, like kind of the first thing that pops up is that you go on the app.
Mm-hmm. If you had to say, what is that impulse, where is it coming from, that impulse that makes you open the app, what would you say?
Boredom. But only like it's easy to access because boredom, otherwise you could do like you can do lots of things because you're bored, but you usually always have your phone with you and you just have to click on it. And otherwise, like I could get out my painting stuff or practice my instruments and stuff, but I would always take a small effort. And I don't know,
That thing you said is amazing, small effort. By the way, disclosure, I've only had Instagram for like, I don't know, 3 months now. I find it incredibly confusing. Like the interface is not that clear like, in the very beginning, in my opinion. I can tell your experience. Yes, memes. I love that a lot of you are mentioning memes. That's the fun aspect again. I will say, as a former journalist, I will agree partially with Iman that yes, perhaps the information you get from social media it's freer, but it's also a lot more difficult to double check if it is true or not. So I strongly suggest that you develop and you practice critical thinking. And if you are to believe a piece of information, go to reliable sources to double check if that is true. But because like I've seen a lot of things that are not real. Great, great, great. You will soon see how all of this connects to each other. Next question. What makes a person want to keep on using a product or a service? And what does it take to get a person to want to come back and keep using it? You've said a lot of this already. Addiction, yeah, but if you phrase it like that, it sounds illegal, okay? So unless you're planning to do something illegal to get them addicted to your product, let's find another way to say it. Okay, I hope that you mean Coca-Cola, Iman, like just in case, like since we're talking about addictions. Yeah, like yeah, caffeine. What are you talking about? Caffeine is not addictive at all. La 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 la. Service, easy to understand. So you don't need to read the instructions. You can just click on buttons like this, right? Not effort to access, just like Instagram, right? Building a brand. I would love to know a little bit more about that, Iman. Quick dopamine release. Okay, so quick reminder that dopamine releases usually hit when you feel that you've achieved a goal. So chemically making them feel better, like by helping them achieve goals. I have a good friend who says, I don't need to take drugs. I have the entire chemistry in my brain. And she uses like dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, etc. It has what the customer looks for, feeling of connection. The branding. I love that Iman is describing branding, paying more just because of the logo. Algorithms. My algorithm is drunk, by the way. I don't know what's wrong with it. It keeps on showing me things I'm not interested at all. And it's like, who else is using my Wi-Fi? I don't understand. And it's also cruel sometimes. I'm like, I don't know, working out, and then it will give me an ad of Nutella. And it's like, seriously, in the middle of a working out video, you give me an ad for Nutella? You have to be like super cruel. Don't do this to people. Always new things and simplicity, easy to follow interface. And the very last question, this is an exercise of reflection for your project. Clicking. How do you want recognize and appreciate your customers?
And what do you mean by recognize?
Either their achievements or to show them that you know them, that you understand them. Points, good one. Super important. I posted a link to a book on gamification earlier on the week. If you're curious on the topic, let me know. That's one of my favorite themes of conversation. But if you give them points, make sure that they know what can they do with those points or what do they mean. So it's not only, hey, I give you 3 points. Out of how many? Can I spend them somewhere? Tracking, live events, personalized rewards, chat, feedback, interaction, high score, Amazon gift cards. Well, depend on what are the values of your company. Like, for example, in my business, when I want to give presents to my customers, I hate saying customers because it sounds so formal. I'm very chill with them, but the kind of prices that I give are gift cards, but for a website called kiva.org, which is a micro finance website for entrepreneurial projects on underdeveloped countries. So you can invest some money there, and once the project has made the money to give it back to you, you can invest it in another project. I can share that with you later. So making sure that the price that you give also aligns with your values. Send a message to show them they are loved and welcome. Make sure that you love them and welcome them too. That is very important when figuring out what kind of customers you want. A lot of people will say, whomever is willing to pay me, that will be my customer. Believe me, in the real world, that can be a nightmare. So make sure that if you are to send a message to show them that they are loved and welcome, that it is true, that you love them and you welcome them. Otherwise, it will be shown. Guys, that was amazing. That was so good that it almost left me with like nothing to explain. I would like to just mention that there are 3 main methods of customer retention. With all of the answers that you've been sharing and that we've been interacting with, what would you say are the main 3 methods to convince a customer to stay?
Interaction.
Something rewarding you.
Speed, quick service.
Okay, I will not keep the mystery. So very close to what you were saying, similar words. What I have here to explain are the words community. So interaction, getting to know each other. So as humans, we evolved to want interaction with people. If you're interested in emotions, you will learn that, for example, when you feel loneliness, that is just your brain telling you, hey, you don't have enough interaction with others. Maybe a mammoth is going to come and kill you and no one will help you, okay? So our brain has not yet evolved that quickly, but that is why we feel loneliness, which means we want to see real people. We want to care about them. We want to read their answers, respond to them, connect, see who they are, see their faces, create that connection. And also, as founders, we want to provide our customers with a reason to care about the rest of the users of your product. Okay, so it's not just like, this is a safe space, here, chat with each other, bye. Like you actually have to create that space and make them feel safe. Hence the question, how are you planning to greet your customers? Where do this safe space come from, etc. So the second thing linked to Ella's answer is acknowledgement. They need to feel acknowledged after almost every interaction, either a message like, oh, amazing, or right answer, happy sound, like cling, something like that. A small type of feedback that makes you feel acknowledged, like, yes, okay, so this was the right thing to do. I've done a streak of right options. I give rewarded. Like, I don't know, if you answer 5 right answers in a row, you get extra point that later on you can use on whatever else. That is super addictive, the right kind of addictive, if there is such a thing. And the last thing will be customization. So if a customer wants to have a fast service, then it will be fast. If you want to see, just like Instagram, if you want to see it posts only about one topic, you will. If you want to go to a particular segment on TikTok, you will only see that. Okay, so having the choice to make this product, this service your own and only for you, you will feel a lot better. Like, you will feel pampered. You will feel taken care of. If the app or business knows you, then it delivers you the things that are important to you, right? Or that mean the most to you. So that is how you feel noticed and you want to come back. So now in this, like, I have a couple of examples, but let me share one of the apps that I believe do the best job at all of it that I just shared. Come on, Zoom, let me share my screen. Okay, maybe not today. Now, there we go. Maybe you're familiar with it already. It's called Duolingo. Have you heard of this already? Good, it means you're learning languages. Fantastic. Next contest will be solely in Spanish. Like terrified faces. Okay, but hey, if you're going to Duolingo today, maybe. Anyway, so you might be even familiar with the interface already. I really like it because there's so many things you can do. So it's not only about learning. You can discuss with other people, like what is the language for. Can you see your faces when I share my screen, or like you see me moving your faces around? Okay, good. So there you go. So you see the screen. So you have like the weirdest, creepiest, funniest Duolingo sentences. You want to talk about this, then you can interact with people in here. You can check what are people talking about. You can follow people. You can go to the store. And now, as I was saying, what are you doing with the money? Okay. If you earn points, like now I have 14, so I could buy a double or nothing, for example, or a strict freeze or something like that. But I know what I can do with this money that I'm getting. Okay. And more. I mean, you can go to events. There's a dictionary, there are words, so many things you can do with it. And if you go to learn, congratulations, yes, thank you. You're not forgetting your Chinese, congratulations, Sylvia. Okay, so there are badges that you keep on earning for all of the time that you've been learning. If I were doing better at like coming every day, I might be on the leaderboard. So a bit of a competition here. If you achieve your daily goal, it gives you more points. There's ads because I'm not paying for it, but it's fine. It gives you like an exact number of how many words are you learning, gives me the option to have friends. And then when you go into any of these tricks, I usually use it on my phone, so it's not that obvious here. It divides it into small segments. And then the segments I have not yet done are still in gray, while the segments that I've completed will appear in another color. As we were mentioning earlier, that is very important when talking about understanding your progress. If you see that all of this is completed, it's like, dopamine. And also when you get the right answer, okay, you click on it and it gives you tips and also the possibility to make it easier, so customization. And if we click start, so what is that? So this, good. And then it will give you a lot of rewards. So check. You heard that noise, that clicking, awesome, and it's giving me instant notification. So what is the character for what is one? Whoa. Nice, keeps on giving me notifications. And yeah, this one. So nice job. And I think if it is this one, this means person in Chinese, by the way. Excellent. You see how the words keep on going more and more. It goes for good, blah, 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 blah. And I think it's like after 5 or 10 right answers that it gives you like, congratulations, you got a streak of right answers, then you can do blah, blah, blah. And if you complete the entire lesson, then it gives you coins, it gives you gems, you can interact with people. So it's a compilation of all of that. Another app game example that I love sharing, but I hope I don't need to show it to you because I might get addicted, is Candy Crush. To me, that is like the best example for everything I just explained. How many of you have ever heard of Candy Crush? Okay, thank you. So I'm not the only one. The game is brainless. I mean, it's not that you need to develop a strategy or to think of, oh, you're not learning anything. You're just like literally sweeping. And the sentence that you will see is like, swipe your stress away. Literally, they know what people are using their app for. But if you go into Candy Crush, not only is like colorful and beautiful and visually like like crush, things exploding everywhere, is you log into the app for X days in a row, you get a reward, like, oh, daily reward, here is a prize for you because it's Monday and stuff like that. Or, oh, 24 hours have passed, you can check your luck on this extra game, see if you get extra things. Or you want to connect with other people playing Candy Crush, go on a race. If you are the first one finishing it, you can get X amount of gold coins, and then with those gold coins you can buy extra lives, etc., etc. It has it has seasonal like challenges, so it's a great example. Now how are you feeling about the experience that your users are going to have with your product? I love that suddenly we are all dancing. Okay, I guess that we are happy. Oh, I have not noticed the tattoo. Nice.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for noticing, Ella. I love when you guys notice nice things about each other. Okay, so on the platform, you've been learning about the customer journey, etc. So I am going to ask you to draw a customer journey. And remember, this is not art class. I am not going to give you a grade or anything like that. If you want to draw stick figures, perfectly fine with me if that's recognizable. But you're going to have 10 minutes, you know, as many as 10 minutes. That's a lot of time. So if you have a piece of paper and a pen or something like that, or if you prefer to do it on Canva, go for it. But you have 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, we are showing them to each other. Okay? Feeling excited?
Hang on, what are we writing now?
No, you're drawing.
Drawing. Okay. Well,
Yes,
sorry. What?
drawing.
So just what the customer sees
A
when.
customer journey. Okay. Do you need an example of a customer journey? You want me to find one? Okay, sure. I know I have a picture somewhere. So many things happening on my laptop right now. Okay. It does not need, as I said, to be like the most beautiful ever thing happening. Okay, here, open. I'll share my screen in a sec. So this, for example, is a customer journey. Beautiful, right? So in Duolingo, person is like, wants to learn a language, insert customer emotion to know how they feel about learning languages. So then they see this, correct answer, yippee, fireworks. Then strict alerts. Okay, I'm going to post this picture on Discord. Are you more or less comfortable, or not comfortable, confident with what you have to do in the next 10 minutes? Yes? Fantastic. So 10 minutes starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Couple more minutes.
Should we just upload it in on the general chat? Oh,
If you want, sure. Fifteen more seconds. Whatever you have is perfect. Okay, Lina, I love that you shared it on the general channel. I was not going to ask you to do that, but yeah, since you started it, all of you, please share whatever you have. And remember, this is not art class, so great, great, great. Nice. So for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to send you into breakout rooms. So what is 7? 7 is not divisible by any number. Damn it. Okay. So I guess that I will divide you in pairs and one group of 3. And for the next and for the next 10 minutes, what I want you to do is to answer these questions that I'm gonna paste to everyone here on Zoom. Well, not this, but yeah, that's a lentil stew that I was sending someone who says her iron levels are low. Not what I wanted to do. That's like the best fail ever, right? So this one instead. Here. These questions. So take a look at the customer journey of the person you're in the room with and tell them what are you most excited to do, what area could make the person feel confused or want to drop off. Just follow all of the ideas that you were sharing in the beginning of this session. Give an example of one customer who would want this and what's something specific they will need. And what is one thing that they are going to talk about with their friends? Think of your own experiences, like when you have a great experience with a product, a service, an experience, what do you tell your friends about that particular product? So what exactly is the other person's project going to make everyone talk about it, right? So is this clear enough for everyone? Yeah, so I'm gonna divide you in 1, 2, 3 areas, and I will see you in 10 minutes time. Welcome back. Welcome back. How are you feeling? Few more seconds for everyone to come back. Hello. Everyone is back. How are you feeling? Some thumbs up, some smiles. Great. Because the very last thing we are going to be doing today is you are going to introduce someone else's journey. Okay, so if you were only with another person in the room, then that person's journey, as easy as that. So who would like to be the first person starting sharing a beautiful journey with everyone else?
I can go first.
Please.
Yeah, I just need to yeah, that's fine. So basically Jasmine is creating a growth, it's called Growth Community. So it's a community where the LGBT community can be in a place where they feel comfortable, and I think it's for everyone else to get educated about how the LGBT community is, and the the stereotypes people have about them. So the customer journey, so customers are intrigued by the business name. So because it's a name where basically it's not like an average name where it just says to you what the app is. It's it's a widespread name, so something I think everyone could relate to. So then they click on the website and they find different subheadings. So one is articles, where basically how there's different news around the world about what's happening with the community, so they can keep up to date with that. There's another subheading which is educate yourself, so that is where they get to know about what the LGBT community is, and not how some people use certain words and have certain stereotypes that are that people find offensive. They can use that to correct themselves and not insult anyone accidentally. And then there's another subheading which is help, and I think that's just to I'm not actually sure about that because I don't think we got into that. But after that, it says they feel happy and excited to use the app, and then let other people know about the app, so the business grows. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Jasmine, how do you feel after hearing your project being described?
And I feel happy, it was on point. I love what he mentioned about my what's this my website, the business. Yeah, no, everything that he said is really on point. I don't really have anything to add.
That is fantastic, because it means that your project came out of your head already and is on other people's heads. And they are already able to explain it in a way that you feel so content that you feel there's nothing else to add. Take this opportunity as a way to see what people remember, in what order, how do they tell it, because that is what people are going to be more impressed about your project. Okay, so Jasmine, would you like to reciprocate and telling us about Iman's journey?
Yes. So with Iman's business, he mentioned that he wants to create a website for teenage people going through what's this the for the mental health. And they can, so this business of his, it tracks the sessions. They can it sort of gives them points as they're going through each of their therapy sessions. And he mentioned that they can even recommend his business to friends and family who are in need, or just want to learn more about what his business is about. Yeah, and what's his he didn't mention that it's affordable because there are a lot of young children that just cannot afford these things. And I did just mention to him that I asked him, is he gonna have it available to everyone, like because there are some parents don't understand what their children go through. They'll say, no man, you don't have any mental health problems, just take a walk, just breathe, just get over it. And they think that will be fine. So yes, he said that he will look into that because some children need help, but they just sort of restricted from their family.
For both of you, what are you both planning to do to engage the customers with your product so they keep on coming?
I think marketing would be like the main thing, and offering, well, with mine, I'm offering a scheme where basically after you've completed like sessions, I think we'd offer like like sessions that were after like a certain period of time, so not as regular as they were before when you needed to use the app, but like you can check in and see it, like speak to your therapist or speak to like an admin of the app about how you feel and how how everything's going, like how your life is like at that current moment.
And following the aspects of community acknowledgement and customization, what elements are you both adding to your product?
So for me, I am adding a feature where people can add in their own artwork and just express what that means to them. What can have them coming back to the website, I guess, could be the articles, or like Iman suggested, I can change it to news. Definitely the artwork as well, the helpline, because people always need advice. People just need help, and they want to see that there are people that relate and that understand what they're going through. So I feel like even with the blogging, that will have them coming back.
You both have fantastic ideas. You both know that I really, really like your project. Make sure that it is obvious to your users too. Okay, so it's obvious what the progress is. It's obvious what are they getting in exchange, what can they do with everything that they are getting, and that what you are offering, they will have to spend a lot of time finding somewhere else. Okay. And customization, acknowledgement, community, remember these 3 key elements. Guys, you're doing a great job. I'm super excited to see how you implement all of this on, on your projects. Which person would like to go next? Okay, Mara, go for it.
Yeah. So Harley's website is for debate, and you go on the website, you can look around and search for questions and topics, and before you can start a debate, you obviously have to sign in, and then you have kind of, I think, debate chats and categories where you can start chatting, have debates, and you get notifications when the debate involves, and if there's like new turns on it and stuff. And for how active you are, you get points. And with these points, you can gain extra time for debates that would otherwise be only available if you buy some sort of a membership.
Thank you, Mara. Harley.
So I'm saying what I got from Mara's.
No, you're telling us Mara's journey.
Yeah, okay. So Mara's idea is she wants to create a website or a platform that links people together in groups and communities. So I know that her main idea was to do it with the LGBTQ community. However, I think that she's kind of broadened the spectrum, so it can also go into no. Okay. Okay.
The downsides of having your cameras on.
Yeah. So it's still about the LGBT community. Okay. But there's lots of different communities, and you can go on there and meet new people, and you can also write about your experiences and what you enjoy and things like that, and you get points based on how active you are and things like that. And you can use these points then to, in time, once she grows her business and has enough money to put on certain things, you can use these points to gain access into big events like festival style stuff, which would be very cool.
Totally. Like, so cool. Make sure never to, because it's the second time I hear you guys saying this, make sure that you have already ideas and you are not leaving them for whenever your business grows. Okay, have a list of great ideas, because perhaps they are so clear to you now, but in a few days' time you will completely forget about them. So keep that list updated, and whenever you need inspiration, just check what you've got there already. Okay, do not leave anything for, oh, whenever I grow my business. Okay, just in case. How are you guys feeling now that you know that your business has been explained by someone else, is out there in the public? Good. We still have 2 customer journeys to hear still. I would love to know more about the answers to the questions that I said you that I sent you on the chat, like what would you be more excited about, one area where the customer might drop off, and something specific that we need in the customer journey, and one thing that customers are gonna talk about with their friends. Keep that in mind, because next time you want to, you feel tempted to say something like, I will think about this once I grow my business. Don't. Like, decide it now and have these questions in mind. Okay, so Ella, Lina, would love to hear you both explaining your customer journeys.
I can explain Ella's. So what she wants to do is to make like the journey of the customer is an app. Like, if the customer has something to, if he wants to recycle something, he can go to the app and scan that thing, and the app would give him or her some like ways of how to recycle it, and if there was like no ways, the person itself could add like the ways he could recycle it, and also and also information about recycling, so it could be also eco-friendly and like for the environment. So I believe this is a great idea.
What about the answers to the questions?
Well, should I answer like every
No,
question?
not one by one, but like a comment that involves the answers.
Well, like for me, I think that the app would like be so fun to use, and I could tell, like, I told her that teachers, students, even toddlers, young small kids would have fun using the app, because like you're making something out of something you don't need. So there's like a whole recycling thing, the whole life cycle. So it's fun.
Nice. Ella, what about Lina's journey?
So for Lina's product, it's really exciting because she basically wants to set up people from all around the world who want to learn about a similar thing. So she's going to create a platform or an app where you've got loads of information about loads of different topics, and you can basically choose what you want to learn about. So for example, let's say I want to learn more about art. Then I could go to Lina's app or Lina's platform and type an art or have like this little button and click on it. And then she'll give me loads of websites, articles, book recommendations, films, maybe even Instagram pages, whatever, which I could follow to learn more about the topic. Or I could actually speak to someone else who is also interested in the topic, and we could learn from each other, and we could learn from like different parts of the world about this topic and what their approach is on it. So yeah, no, and I think it's really exciting even to talk about with your friends about it, because you could basically tell them about it, and then they'll give you a new like viewpoint on the certain area, and then you could discuss it together, and then you can even talk about how or what they have learned from another person. So it's like sharing. And I don't know, even if there's a new Instagram page that you get to know because of Lina or because of Lina's product, you can share it with your friends.
I think you got frozen.
It's really easy to interact.
Oh, there you go.
And yeah, people will come back because they can learn about, oh no, and people will come back because you can basically learn about, I don't know, everything that is around. So not just art, but maybe also science or business or whatever. And once you think the one topic got boring, you can just swip to the next.
I'm super excited about that project too. I would like to know which, later on, you don't need to answer now, Lina. Would like to know which topics are you starting with? Because it's very difficult to start with every single topic of the world already on my first prototype. So would love to talk to you more about the first topics that you have in your head, and I'm sure that they'll be amazing. Guys, that was really good. I loved hearing about your projects explained by someone else, meaning it's out there, it's real, people are trying them. I want to see how you are trying them on people. Not everyone is upgrading their channels, hashtag your name. I have not seen enough BMCs. I have not seen enough prototypes. I have not seen how are you trying it on people. And not only I want to have a look at them because I'm a bit of a creep, like I want to know everything. I also want to give you feedback. So ask me for feedback. If you have any question, if I can help you with anything, just ask me. If I don't have the answer, I'll do my best to try to find someone who does have that answer. Let me know. Make sure that you add aspects of community acknowledgement, of customization. Maybe not the three of them, but at least one of these three, for customers to want to come back to interact with your app, debate with each other, find more friends, attend more events, recycle better, find the help that they need, buy the merchandising that they want, learn about the topic that they want. Make sure that they are coming back. And to inspire you, you can just go to Discord, to the general channel. You have so many great answers there as on what to add and what not to add, what people are expecting of a product and what people are running away from. And another piece of advice, I heard several of you mentioning features or goals that perhaps are not necessarily directed to the person you want to help. Sometimes you can help the person you want by directing your product to someone else. Am I making sense so far? Okay, so for example, I don't know, if me as a teacher, I want to help, for example, teenagers have access to accurate sex education, which is the project of Abbas, one of the people on your cohort. Perhaps one option, instead of directing the product to teenagers who might have to ask for permission to download apps, like maybe they won't be able to access it without permission, perhaps you want to direct it to parents, as in how to talk about these topics freely with your children so it's not taboo or whatever, or you can direct it to educational institutions, how to have a great sex ed, etc. You see, like sometimes you can help the people you want to help by directing your product to someone else who's in contact with that person. Okay, we can have more discussions about that, more conversations. I'm looking forward to learning more about your processes and advances. I'll be talking to you this coming week on our mentorship calls. Quick reminder that they are happening this week. And I have about 5 more minutes if anyone wants to stay and ask questions. If you don't, it was a pleasure as always, and I will be seeing you from tomorrow and until next Saturday. Okay, so thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you.
And I'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Sylvia,
Hello.
should we not have? I sent a message on the one of the Discord chat. I asked should our business not be trademarked because will it not be stolen by others if we don't trademark it?
Okay, 1 second. I actually asked that because I was unsure of the legal aspect of that, and I thought that I had forwarded you the message, but apparently I didn't. Give me 1 second to find the answer to that, and I will copy paste it on the general channel because that's interesting for everyone. The answer, long story short, will be, don't worry about that yet, because we are very early stages and everyone can have an idea. Not everyone will action on their ideas, okay? Let me
Yes, okay.
trade. Okay, here.
Because I'm just wondering if it'll be safe and okay to have to go through with the website creation.
Yeah, totally. I mean, do you know how many websites are out there? It is really difficult that okay, that your website is like first the only one dealing with this topic, or that is offering something that's gonna help. Okay, let me rephrase this. I am right now. I cannot find your comment. I'm just gonna copy paste the answer here. On the topic of, do I need to hold on, trademark my website project. So answer from expert. So there it is in general. So you don't need to trademark the business, but you can think about the branding element. So how do you want your audience to feel, the logos, fonts, etc. In short, the trademark element is not as relevant for the students yet, but if you want to look into it and pay for it, you can. What I
Okay.
yeah, long story short, what that means is that until you have a very unique presence in the internet, you don't need to trademark anything, because there are a lot of communities out there that will be sharing ideas for the LGBTQ community, merchandising, etc. Until you have one that you can profit from, then that idea is not yet offering something that can be stealable. That idea is out there already, and there are other communities like that.
So how would I know if I've thought of something that hasn't been thought of yet?
Okay, unless you're making money out of it, and is an idea so novel that you don't want anyone to steal. Like, you can think of trademarking the entire branding rather than the website. And you can also check what the law is like in South Africa, because it will vary from country to country. In some countries, if you had purchased your own website, like what's the name? The blah blah blah.com, okay, the domain. If you've purchased the domain and is registered by you, then everything inside that website belongs to you and is trademarked already. But double check if that is that way in your country.
Okay.
Okay, so what you could be more worried about rather than trademarking the idea is trademarking the contents. If you're going to be sharing contents that could be stolen, like pictures or texts or something like that. So if you're worried about, oh, I want, I don't know, to create a photographic competition, and I am afraid that someone might steal the pictures because they are not copyrighted, then you can make that a copyrighted space in where they can upload pictures safely.
Okay. Okay, will do. Thank you for that.
Anytime. Yeah, I apologize for not copy pasting that earlier. I thought I did.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. So I can also just mention, I think it was, I think it's week 6, or it's the ideation phase. So I mentioned the other time that I did everything, I answered everything, but it still said 19 out of, for sharing, it says 19 out of 21 completed. So I made sure that, okay, now let me just add more things to it. But now I see that it's gone down to 10 out of 21, which that doesn't normally happen. Like, it will normally say like 21 out of 21 completed, but it's on the market sensing. Because I answered everything like multiple times, but it's out of 21. Like, I have a picture of it, but it unfortunately doesn't show that I was on the market sensing. So for market sensing, it's now gone down to 10 out of 21 completed for sharing.
Okay, let me check your progress on my record. It says that you completed up to week 10. So in the records, it shows that you've completed everything.
Okay, so I shouldn't worry about that it says 10 out of 21. Do you think it could just be like a problem with the website, I'm guessing?
Yes, totally. As I mention every so often, if you come across a glitch, because we are still growing and learning from things that could be done better, take a screenshot, send it to us, or make a video of it. Like, look, this happens when you try to click here, it does not work, it does not register. It does appear as completed on the back end, but if it is not working for you, we want to know so we can improve it, okay?
Okay, all right, thank you so much.
Anytime. And thank you
Thank
for
you.
all of the time being asking questions. You obviously care so much about this. I'm very proud of you, and you should be very proud of you too.
Sorry, my connection is just bad. Thank you as well.
Anytime. Anything else I can help you with now?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Great. So I will be seeing you tomorrow, right? For our mentorship call. No, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday, like on Monday. No, I'm not planning to see any of you tomorrow. I'll see you on Monday.
Okay, no problem. Okay,
Right.
thank you.
Take care, my dear. Bye.
Bye.